Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus for the 15th to the 30th of June 2020 inclusive. So this is part 2 of a two-part June for reading for Taurus. If you haven't seen part 1, by all means have a look. It is going to be, it was recorded in the beginning of part of the month, or I think latter parts of May. Let's have a look. Okay, so for Taurus, please, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. 15th to the 30th of June inclusive. What is going to be happening? What's going to be going on for Tauruses, please? Have a look. You're going to, I'm just hearing, I'm going to open your eyes to something. Now, this could be truth. This could be a different change of perspective. It could be an awareness over something. But there's definitely going to be possibly a wider scope or perspective that will be learnt here. So let's have a look. Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 15th to the 30th of June 2020. Taurus. Taurus, please. Okay, interesting. We've got the Eight of Wands. This is exactly the same card that came out for the first part of Aries reading as well. This is Eight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This is very fast moving action and or communication. And we've also got the Four of Cups, which is, now usually in the typical kind of deck, this is disappointment. I feel in this example, with this circumstances, that someone is trying to manifest either contact or communication or something to happen. Someone is willing some action, some kind of exchange of words, or someone's trying to manifest something. It could have been that someone had tried to manifest something before and it didn't work out, or it hadn't come through yet, or it wasn't time. But I feel like someone is trying to do that. It's like there's a very, it's like a cross kind of, someone's in crosshairs here. It's like one part is a very, very quick moving energy and another part is someone manifesting something. It's a very contradictory energy. Someone's given some indication that they want something, and I don't know if that you've got picked up the visual cue. And I think that's why Spirit were like opening your eyes to something. Someone's trying to give you a heads up here, and I don't know if you've noticed this. Someone's leaving you a sign or a clue, and it's not Spirit. I mean, it's Spirit as well, but someone else is giving you a really clear sign, to the point where it's like you would have to sit and argue with yourself against it. And I don't know why, but I feel like it's a verbal. Now, it could be that you've got a song going round and round in your head. But in your possible kind of conscious awareness, you're like, yeah, but I don't want a song going around in my head. I want a visual communicate. I want an actual communication, like in the third dimension. I want a face-to-face communication and or meet up. I don't want, possibly you've had contact in the fifth dimension and you're kind of thinking, well, I don't want that. This is driving me mad. Don't underestimate that energy, because if you're communicating in that way in the fifth dimension, what happens to that energy? Energy doesn't just die. Energy continues, isn't it? If you're having that type of discussion and or connection in the fifth dimension, that energy at some point is going to filter through into this reality, because where else is it going to go? If it's gone from a higher dimension and it's trickled down through into the fifth dimension, where else is it going to go? It's not going to bounce back up like a ball. I mean, it might do, but the reality of it usually around, in terms of physics, is usually it will filter down. It will filter down. It's like, you know, what goes up must come down. So, as you can see here, something's being shot into the air here. Something's being shot into the air here. And look, she's on the ground, he's on the ground, and it's almost like they've received that communication. Bing! Light bulb moment. Now, again, it might not be what you want to hear, because you're just like, yeah, but I don't want fifth dimension music sounds, da, da, da. But this is the thing. Is it a test? Because if you're getting a very clear signal about something that's to come and you're dismissing it, what you're essentially saying to the universe is that this isn't good enough. I want this. And so they're saying, yeah, but we're giving you something. It might not have been under the expectation or the guise that you'd requested, but we're still giving it in good faith. What you're doing by saying, but I don't want it in that way, is you're saying, I want it on my terms, and it's like a control element. You need to release control, because this, otherwise, you're gonna. It's like there's a blessing that's waiting to come here, and someone is becoming a bit unstuck over how it's being received, and so spirit are observing this, going, so what? You don't want it then? Because the energy you're sending out is one of the I don't want it unless it's this. So just be really mindful of that, because I'm not saying that you're going to talk yourself out of it. That's not what I'm saying, but it could be that there is a delay or potentially a block. Because now if it's a fear that you're blocking this because of fear, then that would make more sense. It's almost like you know the blessing that's going to come. So there's a concern here of allowing it to come through, because it's like, it's almost I feel like if I was to sit and say to you, if this dream landed on your lap today, how would you feel? There's an energy here of someone feeling like nervous, like, oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm ready for this, because this is the energy that is being given off here, which I'm assuming is also the energy that spirit are picking up on, which is possibly why they're trying to ease you into it with this subtle signal. So when you're saying, I don't want it in this way, I want it in that way, but are you even ready for that? Because I feel like you might not be. So, and if you might sit here and go, well, I am, then that's great. Keep an open mind. Because if you're saying you're totally ready, then it means that you would be prepared to receive in a way that spirit would feel is relevant for you. And it's a test to see how you receive that. Don't forget, gratefulness is a virtue. It's sometimes, usually they give you these little things to say, okay, is this person going to take the mick? You know, is this person going to sort of run away with themselves and think that, you know, they usually give a little taste and say, how is this person going to deal with this? And if they see you, because don't forget, Tauruses, I'm a Sun, an Aries Taurus cusp, and I've got Venus and Sun in my Sun is 0 degrees in Taurus. And my Venus is in Taurus as well. We are stubborn. Like we can be stubborn. And so spirit are saying, bend to this. All right, bend to this, because this is not about your will. We know what your will is. This is about spirit's universal order. This is not about your order. This is universal order here. This is a wider thing. This is a larger energy. And if you're prepared to understand, and this is not about control, it's not about, oh, you know, someone's putting themselves on a hierarchy and it's like, you know, this is a controlling element. Obviously, if you don't want this, then the answer would be no. And you sit and say, this is my boundary, absolutely not. But if this is something that you want, why do I feel like someone's missing something here, and that they're trying to squeeze a kind of grapefruit out for a bottle of a, you know, of I don't know, a Diet Coke bottle, and then they're wondering why it's not fitting through. There's something here that's, we got to relook at this, and are we releasing control and allowing the universe to do what it needs to do and trusting it? Taurus. Yeah, look, balance, 6 of Pentacles. There's a balance here. Now, can you see? She's gone from sitting to receiving this information to then totally balancing that energy. Now, as you can see here, this is for me screaming solar plexus chakra. Sorry, sacral chakra. This is screaming to me sacral chakra. Now, look at the 6. I mean, obviously, this is 6 of Pentacles, so it would be 6 Pentacles that she's juggling. But why do I feel like there's something around a sacral chakra issue here, which could be at the joy center, sexuality, inner child, playfulness. If it's a feminine, it would be your womb, around your womb area, okay? Is there a wounded feminine element we need to look at here? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Where is your Chiron? If your Chiron is around Taurus or your second house, I would be looking into that as well and looking into healing. But there's something here about a chakra alignment that is not fully formed. But also, it's like this is trying to recalibrate you for you to really utilize this energy manifestation that you're trying to bring through. you're missing the cue from when it's like you're manifesting, it's being formed in the fifth dimension and above, and then it's about to recalibrate and come back down, but there's a blockage here, and it feels like in your physical body. I'm just hearing exercise. There could be an issue with needing exercise, and that is the advice that's being given. And obviously, if it's a more serious issue, please seek medical assistance, but please look into sacral chakra for you guys. Orange, eat oranges, anything orange, okay? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. 15th to the 30th. 15th to the... Here we go. So we've got the 8 of Wands, and now we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So this is about working. I'm hearing working on your own dreams. Someone's been putting something off. Movement. We've got 2 8s here, which would be 7, which is Libra balance. There's a lot of recalibration and balance that's being discussed here. Wands is action, and Pentacles is the earthly pursuits, is the physical reality that we're in. So it's interesting. We had 6 Pentacles and 1 that wasn't quite coming to fruition, which would have been another 7. So we've got 2 7s here as well, which is 14, which would be 5, which is change. You guys are so close to having some change here, but it's like you're like this. It's that close. Please don't stop working on this. I feel like as soon as you it's like you're working on your dreams and you're going, yeah, but it's not quite coming through. Yeah, but do you know how close you are? This is so close. Whatever you're trying to manifest, this is literally like, this is a lesson. Now, usually, Taurus, you're brilliant at that. You're like a freaking bulldozer. I mean, I know I am. Like, maybe you're not, but I'm talking for myself here, but they're saying, my guides are like, so, speaking from example, we understand. So keep going. Even if you've got to take a day and have a break to self-care, top up your cup, then do it. But don't just take the day and then give up, because there's a collective of people that are very close. There's a you're don't stop believing. Don't stop believing in this energy. It's not quite landed yet, because I feel like Spirit want to observe how you're dealing with this. Now, interestingly, bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. This is on its way now. This is in the ethers. This is not landed yet in this, and it hasn't grounded yet. I'm hearing how they want to see how hard you're going to work for this. How much do you want it? How much do you want it? I'm not joking you. And do you know what? Underneath that, we've got another 8 cards. 8 of Swords. What is it mentally that you think you can't achieve? Because don't forget, if we're not seeing it in the physical reality, does it mean it doesn't exist? Of course not. Of course not. We're connecting with guides and all these other energies in the ethers here. And because maybe you don't see them, this is why I'm using tarot, for you to tangibly see or have a visual of some kind. But when I was developing, you build up that rapport, you build up that trust until you understand that although you can't maybe physically all the time see these things, there is an energy that's there. All right. And this is what we're talking about here. This is waiting to... Something about a disconnect between you. There's a lack of belief somewhere here, a lack of alignment with possibly in a physical, with a chakra, but also a lack of belief. Now watch for people around you causing you to sort of start second guessing this, because this is another energy I'm picking up here, is that people are going, what, you want to sort of start this business? Are you sure it sounds like a lot of work to me. Tell you what, you can take your lot of work and put it over in the pile of, I don't care, I'm going to do it, while I'm getting on with this. Because this is the other thing, if you've been like communicating your dreams and your hopes to people, I'm not saying don't tell anyone anything, but I would be very careful discussing that with people, because I feel like there's a general energy here of, we don't get it. And when people don't get things, it doesn't mean to say that it's wrong, it just means to say that they don't get it. And so you just need to carry on and do it, because I don't know, I'm feeling like there's an energy here of, I don't know if people are going to understand this though. I don't know if I should be doing this. I don't know if. And Spirit are saying, Focus on you. Keep going with this. Don't let any distractions, outside influences to throw you off the path here. Taurus, please. Taurus. Taurus. 15th to the 30th of June, please, Spirit. We've got 2 cards that are flipped. Six of Swords in the reverse. What aren't you able to move on from? There's something that you're going back to over and over and over again that you can't quite get past. It could be a mental thing. Could be a mental thing. Now I get it as a Taurus, because there's nothing worse if it's not physically here. You know, you strive and you keep going until you find it. But especially if you don't like leaving one task and starting something new, I totally get you, because I'm exactly the same. I've also got a guide that really is very disciplined as well, and that, I don't know who it gets wound up more, me or them, but anyway, if I've left something unfinished, I get reminders. But you need to discern what is being left and moved past because it's not meant to be, and what is meant to be, but there needs to be a refocus. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there is some confusion right here, and I don't know if this is your confusion or someone else's confusion, or what do I feel like? A battle of the wits. Someone's trying to outsmart something here, and it's just like, who are you competing against? Because not only that, but don't forget, on the 21st, we've got the solar eclipse, okay? We've got the North Star and the North Node all conjunct on the 21st between sort of 27 degrees Gemini and 0 degrees Cancer. We've also got the beginning part of Cancerian season and the first part of summer on the 20th. We've got the Chariot here, which is Cancerian energy. Now, this is a very concerted effort and a successful moving forward. So there could be some solid ground that is gained and balance received around this time, because this is the 2 cards that came out. So between the 15th and the 30th, it could be that you're having to reassess what you are wanting to manifest and double checking, is this right for me? From the 20th, I think you're going to see movement. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, which is a love offer, an emotional offering that is very pronounced, I'm hearing, okay? A very clear offer. Taurus, please, 15th to the 30th. Taurus. Wow. Yeah, look. We've got the 5 of Wands, which is, I'm just hearing combat. I'm just hearing combat. It could be competition. It could even be self-sabotage, but we've also got the Magician here. We've got the Magician here. And again, it feels like whatever you were trying to manifest, this is, again, I feel like that you've got yourself into an alignment, but there's like other issues. It could be outside interference this time. It could be outside interference. We've also got the Hierophant here, which is about systems. This is on the bottom of the deck. This is about hierarchy. This is about structure of something that is, I'm hearing, being torn down. Possibly you're communicating your ideas before the 15th to people that maybe don't understand it. And so you're in this limbo, and then, as I say, from the 20th, 21st onwards, certainly past the next 3 days after the 21st, there's a new set of issues, but I feel like your energy and your ability to manifest is going to be a lot more effective. Let's have a look. Taurus, please, 15th to the 30th of June 2020. What's happening? Wow, that's a lot of cards. No, don't fall. Someone is scared of choosing an option here and it being the wrong option. We've got 2 of Wands in the reverse and the 5 of Cups. Someone is scared about choosing something after this manifestation ability or portal comes through, because this is definitely going to be a portal from the 21st. is it the wrong decision? Bottom of the deck, Princess of Pentacles. A tangible physical offer. Could be job, could be work related, where you're thinking, yeah, but I want this business to start and kick off around this time. And it's like there's problems with suppliers, there's problems with people being involved in certain issues or areas, or maybe staffing issues. Maybe there's a physical location problem, maybe there's a money problem. I'll be really honest with you, this is a lot of energy here of, wow, guys, like I feel like you're going to be having to really make a very concerted effort to kind of utilize your energy at this time, because it just feels like there's a propulsion of it's not, I don't know if it's going in your favor. It just feels like it's very much like we've got to push this through. 15th to the 30th, please. Yeah, look, 8 of Swords. No wonder you're in this headspace of, I don't know if this is going to happen. I'm not surprised. I'll be honest with you, I'm not surprised with this energy, because it feels like it's one thing after the other, and I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news here. I'm just hearing it between now and then. Make sure you've got a plan, because it feels to me like it could be an area that you're already aware is going to be an issue. It could be that you're watching this going, I knew that would be it. You know, it was the money or the suppliers from this job, you know, or the location. I knew this. I knew there was something going to be, because it feels like there is, let's have a look, 2 specific issues. One that I think there'll be a disappointment over, and one that will be just this competitive battle, and I feel like it's a disagreement with people. Okay, but don't let, with the mind, obviously, it's just trust your intuition, and if you're in alignment with your chakras, you should be listening to your gut instinct, because again, with that sacral chakra, this is your gut instinct, so make sure you're really working on that, because it feels like you're going to feel a propulsion to move forward. You're going to make the decision, and 2 things may go wrong, and you'll be like, oh, no, this is it. Is it? Or is it the fact that there's something more? Let's have a look what else is going to happen. 15th to the 30th, please. Let's have a look what they're going to tell us. Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. 15th to the 30th. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. 15th to the 30th. We got the last 8 come out. That's all 4 8s now. That's all 4 8s, which is a 14. 8, 8, 8, 8. That's 4 8s. 2 16s. That's basically 2 7s, which is a 14, adding up to 5, which is change. So someone with this 8 of Swords, you're walking away from this mental confusion. So it looks like the energy may balance itself out. Let's have a look. And then we've got, these 2 came out as well. Knight of Wands with the 10 of Swords. So Knight of Wands is a passionate, kind of very quick moving, it doesn't feel very consistent energy, but it feels like in and out, okay? Now, this I feel is ending. This very in-out energy. The mental indecision is going to go after sort of around this point in time. And also this inconsistent up, down energy, that's getting balanced out. Now, I'll be honest with you, after the change around the 20th, I feel like you may have 1 or 2 issues, and then that'll be it. It'll smooth itself out. Bottom of the deck, we've got 3 of Cups. This is coming together. This is going to come together, all right? Have faith. Taurus. Knight of Swords. Very quick moving action here. Very fast moving energy. So as soon as these kind of 2 issues get balanced out and you can feel that kind of clearer headspace, this is coming in, which is this very fast moving energy. It's like things start coming together and then things start speeding up. Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising. Oh my goodness. So we've got the 2 of Swords. Let's see. Taurus, Sun, Moon. Okay, so we've got the 2 of Swords here. This is almost, I mean, usually in the traditional tarot deck, it's that kind of blindfolded, isn't it? Where you don't want to acknowledge something. You're trying to ignore it. You don't want to sort of understand it. But this feels like there's 2 different directional pulls that's pulling together that is not quite working. And it came out with the Justice card, which is karma. There's something about this situation that is karmic. Now, The only people that we've seen come out is the Magician, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So there could be some 2 younger males possibly, 1 air sign, 1 fire sign possibly, that are maybe involved in this situation. But there's something around this that's karmic, because we've got Justice and the 2 of Swords. Or let's have a look, it could be the balance of a situation that's coming. Let's have a look. What is Justice and 2 of Swords, please? What is Justice with 2 of Swords? Taurus, 15th. What is the 15th to the 30th of June 2020? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Now it's interesting because I'll show you what I've just come out. So I've asked about Justice and the 2 of Swords, and out came the Knight of Cups, which is an offering. Could be a love offer from someone. So this could be tied into a love offer. Now this is the 3rd night we've had. The only night we haven't had is Pentacles, which is a solid offer in the practical, in the tangible, in the physical, right? We've had all other nights apart from the Knight of Pentacles. Now, interestingly, we've also got the Princess of Wands, which is essentially a Page of Wands, which is, and again, it could be a message of passion or an enthusiastic endeavour of some sort, or news that is, you know, sort of sparks a bit of kind of fire. But this is also, look, it came out with the 3 of Wands, which is future energy, you know, like debating how to move forward in the future. And then the 4 of Swords here, which is rest, waiting, debate on how to move forward, trying to understand the situation, and also death. So, from how I'm reading this, there's been someone, I don't even know how to begin with this one. Let's see what else came out. We had the Magician came out, okay? The only other cards that came out were the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. There was nothing physical, aka Taurus energy, which was the Knight of Pentacles. A physical offer isn't coming through yet. It's not, it doesn't feel like it's the right time. Someone here is not acknowledging a karmic situation or a karmic lesson or cycle that isn't being closed out. Now, what I would be doing in this situation, and we'll look into this in a bit, is first of all, I would be trying to work out, is this situation really for me? And let's put it this way, have I put all of my energy and time into this situation and neglected myself? Because if that is the case, I would be recalibrating myself, and I would be putting all of my energy into me, and then looking at this situation once I've recalibrated my energy, because there's something imbalanced about all this, and it could be that is why it's not coming through. But someone's trying to push something through here that isn't quite happening, and it's going in a loop. It's like, it looks like we're going 1 step forward, 15 steps back. Let's have a look. What was the Knight's energy, please, about? What was this Knight's energy about, please? And the Justice card, what can you tell me, please, for Taurus? For Taurus, the 15th to the 30th, what can you tell me? Wow. Guys, disappointment. Be very careful what energy you're putting into this. Look, Magician and 3 of Swords. Is there an energy that is, I mean, this is heartbreak here. Is there a manipulative energy here? Is there something that's coming back forward, back forward, back forward, that isn't offering anything, and then there's a feeling of loss, and it's not coming through? Because if this is, again, could be masculine or feminine, feels a little bit manipulative, can't even say it. Look, bottom of the deck, 2 of Cups. But at the moment, I'm seeing Magician and 3 of Swords, and then 5 of Cups, which is, it's got disappointment written over it, and hurt and upset. Let's have a look. Let's see what else can you tell me about the situation, please, Spirit, from the 15th to the 30th. Someone is in and out. Yeah, look, we've got the Knight of Swords, so this could be air energy. This is someone moving very quickly, but this may be someone that's a bit sharp with their tongue. All right, but then we've got the Four of Pentacles, so, but it's in reverse. And usually that's a very kind of, it can be a bit of a territorial energy, and or someone that doesn't want to let go of something, that's a bit of a stubborn energy. This energy feels like it's in and out, in and out, in and out, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be very honest. There's absolutely, for me personally, I wouldn't be entertaining this. This doesn't, if I'm going to be honest, it doesn't feel like the energy that I would be I don't want to entertain. I wouldn't want to entertain this energy. It looks like crumbs. And obviously it's up to you, but I wouldn't be, yeah, I just wouldn't entertain that. Right, let's have a look. Taurus, 15th of, yeah, Two of Pentacles. Someone doesn't know what they want. This is going in a loop. Now, again, if someone doesn't know what they want, I wouldn't want them near me with a 2,000-foot barge pole, because the likeliness is that they haven't decided, and so even if they did stay, they would still not be decided, and then you'd be let down again. The best option from where I'm looking here, and we'll keep pulling cards, is let them do their thing. When there's a different time to revisit this, have a look at their energy. Is there consistent energy? Do they know what they want? And if they do, then maybe you can reassess it and see, is this person legit? At the moment, I feel like they may be legit, but I think because they don't know what they want, it's hurting you. That's how I'm reading this energy. 15th to the 30th. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, please. What can you tell me? What else can you tell me, please? Now, I might be proven wrong. Maybe we'll get a card out that says, ta-da, here I am. Because we didn't see any kings. We only saw knights. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Now, interestingly, we've got the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, future plans, looking into the future, seeing what exactly someone wants, okay? Then, interestingly, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is the hand of fate. This is the wheel of destiny. Turning. Circumstances turning, changing. And bottom of the deck, the Chariot, which is action, movement, Cancerian energy. Okay, could actually, and again, underneath that, the Lovers. So, let's have a look. It could be that this energy was very, very low vibrational. And now suddenly someone has decided what they want. Let's have a look. 15th to the 30th, please, of June 2020. What can you tell me for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? They may not be single. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It might be the block, which is why someone's getting hurt here, because it's like they're not single and they might want to come towards you and then back off again, come towards you, or you going towards them. Step away. Step away. This could be someone that is not actually single, and so that's why it's hurting. But there's definitely a shift. Don't forget, we saw the Wheel of Fortune. Let's have a look. What is happening, please, for Taurus, 15th to the 30th. This one came out first. Okay, now we've got changes. So there's a clarity here. Someone may finally know what it is they want. Ace of Swords, clarity, truth, information. Again, a new beginning around a set of circumstances, because again, you know, if there's a 10, it's an ending, isn't it? It's a closing of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. But the Ace of Swords is truth, is information. Okay, let's have a look. So that was on one side. So there's an awareness going on there. Then on the other side, what came out was the Seven of Swords. Okay, with the Empress. So they could well understand that actually you could be the counterpart. They could have an awareness of the divine counterpart, that actually they are the divine masculine, and they recognise you as their counterpart. And again, if you're masculine watching this and you identify as a masculine and you identify them as the feminine, and they apply the roles and interchange them as appropriate. But the problem here we've got is the Seven of Swords. They're hiding the truth. Okay, they've got their ace. Can you see the ace is behind their back? The Six of Swords, they can't move on because they're wearing a mask. This is someone wearing a mask. They're not acknowledging or admitting it. They know the truth. They know. That's it. They made a decision. The first issue was back forward, making a decision. They made a decision, and it took half the reading to get that information out. So this is probably was very, very confusing for you in the first, between the 15th up until possibly the 20th. But from the 21st onwards, give or take 3 days after that, I feel this is where their awareness comes in. But the problem we've got is, are they wearing a mask? This is the next issue between the 21st and the 30th. Are they wearing a mask? So they acknowledge you as their counterpart, but are they even saying anything? Let's have a look. 15th to the 30th. 15th to the 30th, please. Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What's going to happen? What is going to happen, please? Right. Wow. Yeah. Finally, they cut something off. Look, we've got Queen of Swords endings, using that truth and that sword and cutting it away. They're ending something. Now, don't forget, if this is maybe someone in a karmic situation, in a relationship, it looks like this is going to be ending because we've got death here. So there's a transformation in the situation, in this situation, and we've got the Fool. So there's a brand new cycle here. This is the first card in the Major Arcana, which is a brand new cycle. But let's have a look. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands. So again, this can be third parties. Let's have a look. What is the outcome, please, for Taurus, for 15th to 30th? What is the outcome? What is the outcome, please? Balance. There's an equal give and take that's being offered here. There's definitely more of an equilibrium. But let's have a look. What is the outcome, please, for Taurus? 15th to 30th. There's definitely more equality. Yeah, look. Looks like there's going to be a reunion here. 3 of Cups. Reunions. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. Possibly secrets being revealed. Underneath that, the Tower in reverse. What is the High Priestess, please? Yeah, Justice. Karma. So if there was a karmic cycle that wasn't resolved, it looks like that's getting resolved. But let's pull some more oracle cards just to wrap this up. Just to kind of have a look at the outcomes here for you guys. Okay, let's go. I want to go with Sacred Destiny here, because it feels, with this Wheel of Fortune that we had in the first part of the reading. Okay, let's have a look. Outcome, please, for Taurus. Outcome for Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the outcome? 15th to the 30th of June. What will be the outcome for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? The 15th to the 30th of June. What is their outcome? Wow. Wow. This is, I mean, this is extremely positive. This is freedom. And again, the interactions, I feel, will be free to be an exchange in ideas and communication. Look, bottom of the deck, thriving. There is definitely something that is being reborn here that is definitely in more balance. Let's have a look. Outcome. That went across the other side of the room, so that's awesome. So we've moved past this standstill, where there was just a waiting period almost. What is the outcome, please? Yeah, look, there's a learning. It was something had to be learned. There was a karmic lesson in this that had to be learned before something could be moved on. Had to be learned, and it's both sides. It feels, one or both. What is the outcome, please, for Taurus? Yeah, perfect. Blessings on the way. Just keep going with this, all right? But blessings are coming. Okay, guys, this was your Taurus reading from the 15th to the 30th of June 2020. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscriptions. Means a lot to me. Thank you. If you want to be in for a chance of winning the Tarot NEFERATI deck and a 30-minute free reading with me, the winner will be chosen at 1,000 subscribers, and all you need to be doing to be in it to win it is to subscribe, like and comment on at least one video, and the winner will be picked at random when we hit the 1,000 subscribers. And catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time for general readings live. And until next time, take good care. Bye.